Some people on OnlyFans have money to pay. Listen, by the time they don't do their OnlyFans, they get money to pay for some of them things. Like, yeah, you doing things for chicken in the bag and boom, and catching disease. You got to be out your mind. Protect yourself. I can only tell you. I can only tell you. It is out there, and if you choose to sleep around and let your things drop off on the road, that's on you. But don't put that on nobody. All right? All right. I can only tell you. Now, lately we heard from the DNA that the DNA is re-entering the political platform in the Bahamas. Now, we have not heard much else from them other than that to confirm that. And then we did also hear from them in relation to a gentleman who was being reported as a candidate of the party, and they said he was not a candidate. He was charged. The gentleman was recently convicted for child molestation. The DNA said he was never a candidate of the party, and so yeah, that's that. All right. But we have not heard anything from them in terms of the move forward. We know that they have been soliciting persons, seeking candidates to put on this platform for the 2026 political race. I don't know if they're going to have anybody ready for the upcoming by-election that the prime minister has committed is coming. It is coming, and it has to happen. But if they do, we will tell you. But the DNA is back, we understand. And they are going to be doing some things, but we're just waiting to hear more information. We have not received anything in recent times, but if once we get the information, we will tell you. So you have four political parties well known in the race. That's the PLP, the FNM, the COI, and the DNA. Now, if they can only get their act together and get their candidates together, yeah. And I understand, like I told you, I don't know how true it is, but it's alleged that Hubert Menace is going to be leading the party, and Bramble McCartney will be second in command of that party. Of that, and of course, if Hubert Menace goes there, they're going to be able to find candidates because he's a man well known throughout the country. He was the former prime minister of the Bahamas. He is the man who led this country in one of the most difficult times or eras of our time. He dealt with COVID and he dealt with Hurricane Dorian during his leadership as prime minister, and that was not easy. COVID being an experience that our country had never had before, dealing with a pandemic that was the world over, and then also dealing with Hurricane Dorian, which was a storm among that there's been no storm like it to ever that this country's never faced, and it did a lot of damage and affected a lot of people. And he managed it as best he could at that time, being a first-time prime minister. And so he now, we understand, may be leading the DNA. And if that is the case, we know that he's going to draw support from the Free National Movement and possibly from some persons in the PLP who may have liked certain things about his leadership style. It's going to be interesting to see how this race plays out. We're going to continue to follow up, and if we get any more news from the DNA, we will share it in the TMI WhatsApp group, and we will keep you updated. All right. Now, the battle for Golden Isles has already begun. As a matter of fact, it began before Von Miller's vote.